It is official. We have our first $1 million man of the NK Zagreb save. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb save. I am Cultured Leftfoot and it is wonderful for you to be here with me. But obviously you know who I am because you tune into my YouTube channel. We're starting on the page of Josh Da Silva. He isn't our $1 million man, but he does look like he could be quite useful, and Ken Wynn is very, very excited about getting him in the team. Decent first league level would be a superb signing, and we are looking for another central midfielder because Bektasi and Williamson are just not really good enough. So I'm thinking that maybe Josh Da Silva is the guy bringing an Angolan international. We're getting some more scout reports off him from Ken and his team just to see what's happening. But I think he could be pretty useful for us in this box-to-box or even just a central midfielder on support role. So we're going to wait until we get a few more of this done, because I mean, look, at the moment, just by knowing 39% of his knowledge, he is automatically better than every other midfielder we have in central midfield. So I think it could be a good idea. We're going to have to keep an eye on it because he is wanted by Bradford as well. Bradford are currently in Sky Bet League 1, so probably below our sort of level. But, you know, we need to build slowly to get where we want to go. So Josh Da Silva is one of the guys that we're keeping an eye on, and I think we're still not enough scouting budget left. Brilliant. Because I've spent loads of our money. I swear you can put more money into the scouting. Is it in finances? Do I do it in finances? We'll get onto this in a minute. We've got £1.3 million in the bank, so yeah, we'll come on to that. I thought you could put money into your scout budget. Let's just see if we can ask for some more scout budget. No, we can't. It's annoying. Yeah, I thought you could transfer your scouting budget. Aha. No, I want to up it. I want to put more from the transfer budget into the scouting budget. I've seen you use packages and then just trips to your permanent scouting range. Oh, okay. So we can't change it at the moment. But, do I have to up? Oh, it's because I've just moved transfer to wage. Yes, I remember now. But, yeah, okay. So, news. There has been transfer news. Even though the transfer window has ended, it didn't end in the last episode because we had our transfer window still open in Croatia, but the obviously mainland Europe and England and Germany and things like that was all coming to a close. So we've had some outs. If we look at the squad, some eagle-eyed people amongst you just by seeing this screen might know what's happened. But if we go to the transfers and the transfer history, we can see on the ins we've bought in a new striker. Alios Bamba has joined. Very excited by this. Good physicals, mentals are looking good, technicals are looking good. But Dave, how did you afford him? Because you don't have any money. Well, Vinko Peritin has left to join Hull and then come back to us on loan. So we're actually no longer paying any of his wages. But they paid his release fee of £1 million. We also got some additional like next sale clauses and stuff in there as well. But yep, they paid his release fee of £1 million. So he's gone and joined Simjonovic playing for Hull as his parent club. But obviously both of them are back here, and since his loan he's scored 1 goal in 1 game, which is very, very nice indeed. But with that we've also sold some others. So Aaron Harbour was the last one to go when we were both together, the 19-year-old Canadian who had never really broken into our team, but is sort of enjoying life in the second division now. And then an interesting one was Gary Zamaido, another of these American guys that we bought in. Never really convinced he's going to become anything special. He has now moved to Istra for £12,000 and they haven't played him yet. So that's quite interesting. I mean, we bought him in as a bit of a shot in the dark to see what happens. And I'm going to use this as a bit of a strategy, I think, to try and see if we can recruit some more of these young American guys in and sell them on at a profit, because if we get them in for free and sell them for 12k, then that's all profit. So, which is really good. So he's gone, and Sergei Kotsin, the left back who didn't work out to be anywhere near as good as I thought he would be, has moved back to Russia to play for Volga. We was just 64k we bought him, then take a 50k loss. He just never really, that year he played all right, didn't make an appearance for us this season. We overpaid, but it doesn't matter. He's off the wages. He's out as well. So, yeah, coming in, we also have Bubalo as well, which is someone Brett Higgins found, and he's brought in with decent potential. So, we'll have to keep an eye on it. But the main ones are Prelitin and Bamba are in. And onto the schedule, then. This is how it has been going. So, we were last together for... Now, I need to get this right. We were last together for the opening day of the next half of the season, I think. Lokomotiv, we beat 3-1. Frank Sanogo got a goal, I remember. Simonovic getting a hat-trick. And then we beat Sibonek 3-0 as well. Michael Merck getting 2 and Ivan Mamut getting a goal in that. We only played one game, didn't we? Because we had the whole recap to do. So, yeah, we played the 3-1. Then we won 3-0. Then we drew the Istra 1-1. Vinko Pritin getting the goal. Rijeka, we drew 1-1 with them, which was a good result for us, to be honest. We took a 1-0 lead, gave away a penalty, and they tucked that away. Lost 3-1 to Dynamo, which is a bit of a shame. We actually played pretty well. Gojak's shot went in off, I think, both posts, and then Hrubez, it hit the bar, hit his arse and went in. We actually went 1-0 up again through Mert with a free kick, which was lovely. But, yeah, not to be. But then we did beat Hajduk 5-2. Simonovic scoring 4 goals in one game, broke records with that. It was very, very good. Zergo was there as well. Oskar Ustari came on for the last 5 minutes, and he got a clean sheet. So he should have 1 clean sheet and 1 appearance to his name. Yeah, there we go. So I was sort of bringing him on with 5 minutes ago, hoping we might get a penalty, and then he could take it. And we followed that up with a 2-0 win against Osijek. Skender getting a goal from the corner, and Vinko Pritin on his return to the club on loan after his £1 million move to Hull City got a goal as well. So today we were playing NK Zagreb and Slaven Blupo. I know I said I wanted to go a little bit further into the beginning of March, but we sold someone for £1 million, so I had to sort of come back with the news. And then we're going to I'm probably going to accelerate through to the end of the season. Looking at the competition, we are still in 5th, or we've gone up to 5th, actually. We are 3 points behind Rijeka. So European football is a possibility. It really is. We do have a very healthy 14-point gap to the relegation playoff zone, so I think we're starting to solidify ourselves as a first division team, which is really good. If we remember how bad it started this season, and because I'm recording these in advance, I'm replying to your comments when you're seeing these videos at the moment, roughly. I think we're around about here somewhere in the series. But yeah, terrible start to the season. We picked it up a little bit. We've gone through a bad patch, but now we seem to be coming through the other side and really getting to grips with what it is we want to do. I mean, we're still always going to be struggling against these big teams, the Dynamos, Osijeks, Slaven Blupo. Although I did find out they are one of the biggest teams in Croatia when we look at the country profile, which we'll go and look at in a minute. But yeah, I mean, like Hajduk, Dynamo, Osijek, Rijeka, they're all very big teams, and they're going to be hard to knock off their perches. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I've been trying to get to grips with the squad as well. Most people are happy. A few people getting a bit upset about training because I'm trying to make training be what I want it to be to suit our tactics. But we have got a lot of people. So Tomlinson will go back on loan. Spurs retiring. Ostari's retiring. Federici's retiring. Koklovic's contract was run out. Bektasi, I think, is here for another year, but he won't get much game time. He's just going to be here because he's a team leader. Mario Kubel's contract is going to run out, and we're not going to renew that either. So we're going to have a few spots. We're going to look to try and get Simonovic and Pritin back on loan again. Zeki Friars, I'm going to look to either bring in permanently or get him back on loan because he has been absolutely superb at left back for us this season, which is great. We've got a good number of youngsters as well that we're going to look to try and bring through if we sort by potential ability. You can see a lot of these are knocking on the door for first team football. Yavan Baru will probably be up and about in the right back position next year, although he's only 16. Kovac centre back looks like he could progress into something quite useful as well. So we have got a few people that are ready and raring to go. Ivankovic up front again could get a little look in depending on what strikers decide to join us. Josef Gal is the new centre back we brought in. He could be useful. So yeah, there's a lot of people that we're looking into. But for now, let's get into the game against NK Zagreb. And let's go. Oh, that was a bit Spanish, wasn't it? Zagreb. They are in tremendously bad form. So this is how we're going to be lining up. We have Majic and Mamut are suspended. Prince is unfit to play in this game. So we're going to give a run out to Castaneda, who when I signed him, I said he probably won't get that much game time. We'll probably just look to sell him on. He's actually made 2 appearances and hasn't done too bad. So he's going to get another go in this game today. We are training him to be a central midfielder in there rather than play as the advanced midfielder. But he will be playing alongside Mert, Hrubez in goal, Lonkar, Skender, Babok and Friars as the pretty settled back four. Zerga at the right, Mihakovic on the left because of Mejic's suspension. Krieger and Simjonovic up front with Peritin, who's got a slight knock. What is it? A tight calf. Yeah, he'll be alright with that. If to be on the bench 95%, then we've got Krika, Bamba, the new striker, who prefers to play as a pressing forward, but he will be utilised as a target man for us. He's 6'6", great physicals. Well happy to get him in. If you think we've paid 16k for him to bring him in from a Cameroonian team, and we've sold 2 of our American strikers for roughly similar prices, very happy with that. Orozco, again, one of the Americans on the right wing. He's come in. Not doing too bad. 4 appearances, all as substitutes though, 6.63. We'll be looking to bringing in these guys a bit more in pre-season to give them a proper run out next year. Tomlinson, Spur and Ustari also make up the bench. So let's get into the game. Mihakovic is struggling. Bamba wants to be number 9, but you can be one of my favourite numbers, 33. That's what you're going to get. You're not getting number 9, lad. That's Simjonovic or Peritin. So... in fact, it's Peritin because Simjonovic is 99. But there's our team. They're playing in a 4-1-4-1, which is very defensive, and normally we play pretty well against. They've got a guy in the central midfield called Boyo, who is very good, actually. I expect nothing from a win to keep our run going. And then, we'll just say it calmly, that we have faith. Yeah, Boyo in the middle of midfield has completed the most tackles in the league this season. So he's obviously going to be tough to break down him. Lonkar returns to his former club. They'll remember all that Daniel did for them. We're back in 2D. I can't decide which one I prefer, so we'll probably switch between a couple of them every so often. I prefer, I think, 2D because the animations in 3D are just really, really annoying me at the moment, and I'm struggling to get on board with them. So there's just certain elements to it that I don't like. It's mainly around the goalkeepers. I've had a discussion with Gio about this in the comments, actually. So, well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might go back to 3D at some point. But, yeah, we'll just see. Let me know down below what's your favourite, and we'll go with what you guys want to see. I know I've asked that quite a few times, but maybe I'll do a vote on Twitter. So go and follow me on Twitter, @CulturedF. The link's in the description below. And you can have a vote to say whether you want 2D or 3D. And now I've got a plan when to do that vote, because when's this video coming out? But... yeah, I did say before I'm recording quite a few in advance because of my parents are coming to visit. So Krieger's in early doors! 2 minutes in, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and Krieger, who we are going to try and sign on a permanent deal from Olimpia Ljubljana because he is ridiculously good. That was a very good start, wasn't it, for us in the away team in red, and it was Zeki Friars. I don't think he should be this good, but he just really is good at this level. Krieger, left-footed finish, lovely past the goalkeeper, 1-0 Zagreb. Free kick, Mert over the ball, swings it in towards Babok, who knocks it down for Krieger, but he's offside. He's gone to VAR, it was a clear offside. Krieger was offside, denied his second goal of the game. We'll see it here, and it's knocked down. And I mean, it should do the lines after the ball's passed to him, really, so you can see it a bit more accurately. But he was offside, so can't really have anything to moan about there. I've realised as well, something I thought that was affecting our games before is that I had everything really sped up. I've gone back to extended highlights and... oh, Mert doesn't go close with that one. Extended highlights, and I've lowered the speed in between the highlights because that then allows me to do shouts and stuff, which really helps. So if you're playing Football Manager 19 and you're struggling, do that, lower it down, put extended highlights on, and do your shouts, because shouts do appear to make a difference in game. The main ones I use are, as you've probably seen, Get Creative, Demand More, and Encourage if you're playing a really big team. So we've got time to do one here, so we'll demand a little bit more of them again, and that would generally focus all of them, Demand More. For my team anyway at this level, as Ursa gives it into Zapa. They're playing this around well, and Hrubez makes a good save to tip it over the bar. And Galisa showing they're not all about this. We've changed our tactics for set pieces as well. I know I mentioned it for the attacking ones, but we've done the defensive ones. We have 4 people zonally in a line, and then both centre backs and the target man come back to mark a tall player as a defender. They mark the tall players as that just goes past the post. And I'm just going to knock this down to balanced. See, as you can see, they're focused now after we've done the Demand More shout, but we're getting there. And my cold and flu is getting better, so I'm a bit more energetic now, which is good. it's been a very even game, actually. We're not really dominating this as much as I'd like. So, oh, yes. Marco Tosh, you're in the game. My assistant manager. I just took a punt on the assistant, changed his name to your name because you're a patron. And I've said I'd put you in the game when I get a new assistant. But I'm actually quite enjoying having Marco now. Goran Vicentic, I think is his name. But yeah, Marco Tosh, you are the assistant manager. So you weren't that bad. Assertively, you weren't that bad. Assertively, you weren't that bad. Have faith, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Let's get back out there. We do have good substitutes now. We're building up a good team. They've actually taken Bojo off and changed formation for the 4-2-3-1. So let's see how we do against this one. Okay, we're going to have to make a sub because Mert isn't recovering from that injury he took just at the end of the first half. So Tomlinson is going to come on to play in this role. So it's a bit of a weak central midfield we've got now. Hopefully that doesn't affect us too much. Other subs I'm looking at is Peritin on for Simjonovic and Orzorko on for Zerga. But we're not going to do them just yet. We're going to give the guys some time to try and just impact their efforts into this game a little bit more. Throw in. Kabaraja takes it, but that's easy for Zerga. But all he can do is head it back to Kabaraja. Jurisev is there. Back out to Kabaraja again on the left-hand side. Getting a bit more space. Orlinski is beaten in the air and Jovcic fires it over the bar, and if results stay as they are, we're actually level of points with Rijeka, but they've got a game in hand. We're playing before everybody else. Zerga fires us in towards Krieger, but he's beaten in the air. Jurisev is picked up by Tomlinson. Tomlinson holds the ball on loan from Blackburn Rovers, finds Zlatko Skendar, our youth team centre-back, who's progressed very well through this team. Tomlinson keeps it alive, out to Zerga, he's got an overlapping run, but goes back to Tomlinson, who finally finds Lonkar on the overlap. Ball in, it's cleared away. Tomlinson on the edge, into Castaneda, tried to go back to Tomlinson, and now it gives Gurisa a chance to counter-attack. And here come Kovacic, out to Urseg. Urseg's got men in the middle, and he's ballooned it over the bar. Jurisev, whew. So on the hour mark, we're going to bring Ozko. I'm going to have to give him a nickname. His name is Francisco Orzko. Give me a name down below that I can give him a nickname, because I'm never going to be able to pronounce that every time. Another throw in then, and here it is Urseg. Urseg on the edge of the box, goes back to Zappa. Zappa with the ball to the back post, and they've headed that past the post, and we're just going to drop this off a little. We're going to up the tempo ever so slightly. We're going to stop running at the defence, and I think we're just going to drop off the press a little bit. I think that's all we're going to do for now. I've been making a few more tactical changes in game to try and help us dominate games a bit more. So Hrubez has a goal kick. He has to go long with it because they're stopping us doing short. Simjonovic knocks it down to Mihakovic with a good header. Mihakovic into Castaneda. He puts a lovely ball through to Simjonovic. Keeps it alive, looking for Krieger. He's got a man on the right-hand side, but he goes left to Mihakovic. Castaneda brings it down. He's tackled by Jurisev, and Kovacic comes forward with it onto the left to Kranjanovic. Kranjanovic comes forward. He's still got a lot of space to go. Infield to Marina, whose shot goes really, really far wide. Hrubez does go short this one to Tomlinson, but he's lost out to Marina. Marina shoots, and Hrubez makes a good save. And I think we're going to have to make another change in here somewhere. It might have to be. I mean, Lonkar's not having a good game at right back. We just don't really have anyone that could come on and replace him. But I might do Krisak for... I do want to bring on Peritin. He's in good form. So I am going to leave the back four as it is, which is a bit of a... could be a bit of an error. But Simjonovic is fouled, and Peritin will come on to replace him. With about 15 minutes to go, Jovcic has a free kick, goes to Urseg. Urseg cuts in field with it from the left into Marina. Now, Gurisa are playing pretty well. Their finishing has been quite woeful recently, though. Marina intercepted well by Orzko. Peritin comes forward. He's got a lot of space to run into Orzko. Again, I've called him two different names in the space of about 30 seconds, and that's a blocked cross, and Kabaraja will bring it away. Kovacic has a lot of space to run into, and it's 3-on-3. We're trying to get men back, and Lonkar is there. Oh, bloody hell. And Hrubez just stops that from going in as an own goal. Corner. Urseg swings it in. Marina heads past the post, and although they're having more chances, they're not really doing much with it, so I'm not that fussed at the moment. Lonkar into Skender, up to Tomlinson, into Castaneda, out to Orozorko. Again, a third different name for you. Krieger, Tomlinson, into Castaneda, waiting for... You can just see them waiting for Peritin to be on the last man, but Castaneda loses the ball. Maloka comes forward into Urseg. Urseg shoots, and he's beaten Hrubez at his near post, and that is disappointing. We're going to go back to a positive standpoint. We're going to not put that on, but we're going to go up to a higher tempo, and then out of possession, let's get back in their faces. We need to just sort of really work at this again, and Castaneda lost the ball in the central midfield position. He is getting tired though. But 2 minutes to go, 1-1. Free kick, Erceg swings it in. Longcar, it's a really poor header away, but Mijakovic gets there. He looked long for Peritin, but Tomlinson will flick that on. Jovcic gives it alive. Erceg forward with it to the back post, and they've won the game. Can you believe it? He's offside. Oh my word, he's offside. Bloody hell. Whew. Rubez will restart the game with the free kick. It goes to Skender. Skender up the line to Orozco. It actually goes out of play. Poor communication between Longcar and Orozco there. But I think that's going to be that, and we sort of hang on for a draw, to be honest, as we're just looking at that replay now. Oh my word, that is close. I don't think he's offside. I think we've been very, very lucky there. Wow. You could say that HNK Karika are very, very unlucky there. I think I am going to... That wasn't good enough. It's a team we should really be beating. We should really be beating teams like that. But wow. Okay, so that's all right. That's all right. That's nothing too worried to be threat about. We're denied by a late goal, but yeah, we'll just send the assistant to that. So we do have a bit of time. So the transfer window closes this week, and then we're playing Slaven Brupo, and we're going in for a few more Americans, as we mentioned before. So Anthony Leroy is someone we're going for. Anthony Leroy. It's actually not Leroy, is it? It's a space. Leroy. 5'11" striker. Don't know anything about him. He is also wanted by Huddersfield and Barnsley. So that's suggesting to me that he's going to be quite good. So we'll go in just like this, and we'll go from there. Finalised deal. Hopefully he will be in. If there's anything else to talk about, I'll let you know. And we're back for the second game of the series, the episode, against Slaven Belupo. It'd be weird if it was the second game of the series, wouldn't it? Because what would have happened with the previous 20-odd episodes? 29, I think this is. So we're getting through it, aren't we? It's going very well. Nothing happened on deadline day, literally nothing. So we're going... I was just pressing continue, waiting for some news about people wanting to buy my players, but nobody wanted to. So in we go. Slaven Belupo are in 4th, we're in 5th. They're 6 points ahead of us. So if we win this, it would really, again, drag them back in. We're going to give Bamba a debut as the target man, number 33. We'll have to see how he gets on because of Krigar's suspension. Majic comes back into the left. Prince comes back into midfield. Castaneda drops down to the bench, and Mijakovic misses out entirely, which is probably a bit unlucky for him, but that's what's going to happen. Bamba's lacking match sharpness. Well, that's why he's playing today. As you can see, connections all over the place. They're playing in a 4-2-3-1. They've got some good players. Their goalkeeper is very, very good, so it's going to be tough to beat him. But I'm going to aggressively tell them that we need to avenge what happened last time, and then assertively tell them all that we've got it a lot better to go. I think that's a good mix, isn't it? Aggressive and then assertive. Krigar is sure to be felt. We've looked good in training. There's nothing to worry about. Michael Kamara, I'd focus on what we can do. Revenge. The team are itching to set the record straight. So here we go then. Slaven Belupo in blue, kicking from left to right in the first half, and we're obviously in white with red numbers going from right to left, and that'll be easy for Zeki Fries to intercept, and I'm sure that'll be the end of the first highlight if I know Football Manager. Which I don't, because it's still going on. Simonian puts it through to Kamina. Kamina comes forward, goes to the right hand side to Chatzlibros, and Longcar gets a good head to it. Lucic with a shot. Kamina's there, and it comes back to Lucic again. Simonian into Lucic. We need to put some pressure on this ball and just stop them shooting, to be honest, because that's a lot of shots in the first 53 seconds of a game. Melaniak on the left hand side, ball across. Zeki Fries to the poor clearance, but he gets his second bite to clear it and gets it a little bit further away, and then Prince gives away a foul, and that might be that. And I forgot to set up, I think it's Simonian who is their playmaker, if I remember rightly. So what we want to do is we want to tightly mark him, and we want to kick him up in the air, because that's what we do for playmakers in this division. Here come Belupo again. Orsic lays it back to Simonian, into Kamina. Kamina to Dosek. Dosek to Orsic. Orsic shoots and bends it onto the post, and then Hughes couldn't do anything with the cover-up, the rebound, and Fryers put in a good tackle for the defensive tackle there to put it out for a corner, and Chaslibros is back to the ball. Kamina on the right-hand side. Fryers gets a good head to it. Prince flicks it on. And he's about 30 yards out here, Lucic, and he's not going to be able to do much with it there. Chatsbros put under pressure, and he's a poor pass, and it's intercepted by Bamba, who tries to set Simjonovic away, and now he's got Bamba. He's 6'6", if we can put it in the air to him, but we couldn't, and we got the other end and get ourselves a corner. So an end-to-end start to the game. Throw in, it's Chaslibros back to Simonionen. Chaslibro is there. Mert should get his head to that, and Bamber will pick this one up again. He's looked pretty lively, getting on the end of some knockdowns. Up to Simjonovic, and if Simjonovic works this well, he had a shot. Is that going to fall to anyone? No, Chopin is there to get it away for Slaven Blupo, and it's a frantic game in the first 20 minutes. Throw in Chaslibros, who I really hope doesn't get on the ball too much, because I'm pretty sure I'm butchering his name, and that's a woeful... That was a shot. That's got to be a shot. He never meant that as a pass. Orsic, ball across. Majic with his head gets it away. Simonian out to him again. The Bros. Into Kuze. Into Kamina. Gets a shot off, and it's a good block. And Bamber again will pick up the second ball. Bamber comes forward with it. Back to Mert. And we're just not launching attacks from it. I'm going to ask a bit more of them as Malina glades it into Orsic. Back to Melaniak again. Orsic into Simonian, who gets into the box and shoots, and Hrubez catches that one with ease. Orsic comes forward with it. It's a good run, but he fires it over the bar, and it's all Slaven Blupo at the moment. I'm wondering what we can do just to make a change here. Let's not run at them. Let's try and move the ball a little bit more at a higher tempo as well. I'm wondering if we can just go to a standard in transition. Let's not slow the pace down in transition. Let's try and move it forward a little bit quicker. Don't need to press them as much. Let's try that. A couple of changes, a couple of tweaks, half an hour in, just to see what we can do. Prince with a free kick about 5 minutes to go to half time. Skender knocks it down, and Majic is there, and we've got a goal against the run of play. You have to be honest, it is against the run of play. But Skender at the back, he's an absolute giant. He's a beast of a man if we see him here. Prince fires it in, looking towering above everyone, and Majic on his right foot as the left winger just tucks it past the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 to Zagreb, which is bloody brilliant. We'll praise them for that as Orsic hits a free kick into the wall. He gets it back, Majic, with a great challenge on him though. And, well, it's still 3 shots on target each. So although they've been dominating the highlights, they've not really been taking chances to test Hrubez very much at all. But Skorkic finds himself in a bit of space on the right-hand side. He cuts it back into the box. It's bouncing around and it's cleared away. And Bamber can just flick that on. And Datkovic will have some time to try and feed Slaven Blupo forward again. But I think we're doing all right here, to be honest. Away from home, we're playing well. We've made a few tactical tweaks to try and get the game in our favour, and it appears to have worked as Lucic knocks that down. Datkovic, oh, it was unlucky because Lonkar blocked the shot when he came off the post. Hrubez had dived to try and save it, and Datkovic just had an open goal to put that in, and we'll see it in 3 dimensions here. Kamina fires it in, and Lucic knocks it down. That's a good block from Lonkar, but it just falls back to Datkovic, and with Hrubez committing to the dive, I'm not really going to blame anybody there, so we'll just ask them to demand a little bit more again. Shout at them from the sideline. Give me some more! Like that. But yeah, 1-1. Not too bad. This is the, we know Slaven Blupo are having a very good season, so we'll see how it goes. Let's assertively tell them that we want that revenge again, because I do think that is what this game is all about. I said it in the press conference in the tunnel interview that they're itching to set the record straight as Bamber's beaten in the air. Mert will pick up the second ball, and the game gets back underway. Mert, free kick. He loves this sort of range into the wall. It's cleared away. It'll be a throw-in, but obviously nothing comes from that either. Prince is knackered. He's got natural fitness issues, I swear. Free kick. Orsic hits it into the wall. Skender. Right, can we break straight away? Look at Simjonovic. Pull him wide. Give him the ball. Give him the ball. Give him the ball. There we go. He does give him the ball. Simjonovic runs at the defence. Good tackle by the Bros. And he's kept it in as well, but then booted it out for a throw. Okay, we're going to make a quick change. Peritin is going to come on for Simjonovic up front. Fresh legs. Different sort of attacker for them to deal with. Remember, Peritin's got finishing 8, so he's not made to score goals. Prince and Zerg are not having the best. Lonkar again struggling at the back. I think I might bring Tomlinson on at right back. Just to give us a bit more of an impetus in there. I'm wondering if we just go... What are we doing here? We're 6 points off them, and we're 6 points off 7th. I reckon let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're going to put you guys up to a complete wing backs on attack, and we're going to try and really go for the goal here. That's terrible English. Lonkar's going to come off and be replaced by Tomlinson, who can play as a wing back, so he does play that role pretty well. And then it's Prince or Zerga, and I'm not sure. It could be nickname to be TBC on, or we could bring on Castaneda for Mert or Prince. Probably Prince, actually, yeah, for Prince. I don't know. We'll give it a little bit longer and see what happens. This could be a long episode because I've been talking a lot. The Bros into Simonian, their playmaker. Ball across, and it's read well. Lucic, though, plays a first-time ball out to Melaniak, who's literally walking to go and get that ball. Puts a cross in, headed it back across, and that looked like it took a deflection, and that is very, very annoying. Positive. Team instructions. Press them. In transition. No, we don't want to slow it down. Well, let's go back to shorter passing. Let's run at them a little bit more again. Let's get stuck in. Let's try and press them a little bit higher. Let's see what we can do. That's it looked like the header took a deflection, but maybe didn't. I mean, Melaniak really took his time to get out there. Look at him just jogging to the ball, but he put a good cross in and found Kaminar. I don't know. Maybe it was just a very good header. Hrubez beaten by it, and we need to get creative. That's what we need to do. Orsic, ball into Kaminar. Kaminar comes forward with it, put under pressure by Lucic. Simonian out to the right-hand side to Jovicic. I mean, Slaven Blupa have been very, very good this year. That's a very weird cross. It did found its man, though, and Orsic keeps it alive back to Melaniak again. Melaniak puts a ball across. Skender with a header. Not a very good one. Simonian's there. Shots deflected wide. I'm wondering if we just mix this up a bit for the final... what, 20 minutes? We're a goal behind. What have we got here? We've got that formation, or we've got a 3 at the back formation. Counter-attacking, though, that's not really what we need at the moment. I'm just sort of thinking if we go Castaneda for Prince, those two can swap over there. Babok would obviously go back down here, and those two would swap over. He wants to be a pressing forward. We need a goal. We need something to happen. I'm tempted to do this. I am tempted to do that. Let's go for it. We need a goal. We need a goal. Let's go for that. Play. It's a corner, though. 2 Slaven Bluepos will come back to the game, and it's to the back post, and that's a free kick to NK Zagreb. We're just going to tell the boys and the lads to get the ball forward a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. We don't need to play through the middle so much. We don't really need to pass into space anymore either. So let's go. It's not really had the desired effect because there's 5 minutes left to go, and we are really not doing anything. I think Slaven Blupa have been very good for their win, though. They've done this well. 24 shots to our 7, 5 on target to our 3. I mean, they're a good team, as I've said. Look, they're up in 3rd now with this win. So, I mean, they are becoming our arch rivals. I am making this save about us and Slaven Blupo, and the fact that we're going to win the league before them. That's the goal at the moment. Majic comes forward, lays it in. Peritin's in. Oh my God, it's finishing 8. I just can't help but think Simjonovic would score that. We've got 2 seconds. We're going to be playing direct football. That's going to be the end of the game. Friars goes long. Peritin is in for one last chance. Can he cross it to Bamba? He tries. Bamba! Oh! 2 chances at the end of the game to get a draw. Oh, the little tactical tweaks did appear to pay off, but I'm not too fussed about that. Calmly, I'm just going to say I'm not happy calmly, but deep down, I'm really not that offended by that performance. I think 2-1 loss away to Slaven Blupo, who are having a great season. Yeah, not too bad at all. But there we go. So we end this episode in 5th. Potential we could drop down to 6th if Lokomotiva win. I'm not too sure who they've got. We've then got Lokomotiva next. But yeah, we'll be back somewhere towards the end of the season, I reckon, because the European fight might liven up a little bit. We're still in and around it. 8 points is a bit of a bigger gap now, so we're going to carry on and plough through some games, and then we'll be back for the end of the season. So thanks so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying the series, and it's really good. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Even when we went through the bad spell and I was trying to figure out what to do and reading all of your comments and things like that, it's been really, really good, and I'm really enjoying this save. So it's made me realise that I do actually love this one club save much better than a journeyman. So yeah, well, thank you so much for watching, but for now I'm out. Cheers.